Hey, Renee, Chris, and Ryan going live. Best podcast, Beauty and the Beast. Sit back and catch a vibe. Oh yeah, we talking zombies and apocalypses and all those things you like. Going beast mode, and if you didn't know, it's P to Z up on the mic. Hey, TWD family, grab the snacks about the pantry and subscribe and like if you can, please. Or those walkers eat you like some candy. Hey, okay. You at the right place at the right time. No one does it better, that's the bottom line. Beauty and the Beast, this is prime time. Let's go.
What is this one?
What the? Oh, that's the guess. Whoops, there we go.
I'm perfectly fine.
I'm not at all. I'm panicking. I'm deep breathing.
I'm okay.
I'm not.
How's everybody doing? On this week of technical difficulties, Ryan wanted to ignore me because I was asking specific questions. And like usual, I get shushed. I get told to shush. So I'll take that apology now.
What apology, Christopher?
The one where I specifically asked if you had done something.
I did do it though.
Apparently you didn't. Apparently. By the situation that arose, you did not. Correct? Yes or no?
Your mom's in the chat.
Hi, Mom. Yes or no?
I'm gonna get her on my side.
Yes or no?
She's gonna yell at you.
Yes
Can't hear you guys.
or no?
Or there, that you're low. It just need to be, volume up.
Really? Is that any better? Wait, you can't hear us, Renee?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, they can't.
chat-
Okay.
So we're here. We made it.
Hello, boys. Do I look like a boy?
Hello, boys. Oh, that's my mom.
Buddy, there's more than one person that said hello, boys.
It's hey, everyone. I go by he, him, them,
It's very progressive. I'm very proud of you.
What's up, everybody? As you can tell, we're sporting some Beauty and the Beast t-shirts this week. What up with the new merch? We're going to we'll talk about these real quick. We're hoping to have them available sometime in April-ish.
Yes,
April-ish. People we'll basically give them a web address to go to.
Yep. And
you guys can order a shirt. You can customize it. You can have it say like TWD on the back, or you could change the colors. Could be any color shirt you want. You can change the colors of the font. You can have some fun with it, and design your own merch. Won't just be tees either. It could be a hoodie. It could be a tank top. It could be, Ryan's favorite thong underwear that he likes to wear when he does the podcast, and Show him the thong. Go ahead.
I came with you.
Hope everyone's doing well out there in YouTube, Facebook, Twitter land. No, that's it, right? Those three?
Yeah, you got
Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone's well. And just breathe. It's okay. You're okay. Like usual, you pull through. That's why I don't stress. I just kept drinking. That's what I said. I'm going to sit here, keep drinking. You're going to click and I'm going to drink. And look what you did. In a matter of a minute. What?
Dave, what exactly do you want?
What happened? Give Davey what
he wants.
Fine.
Well, there's multiple things there that concern me.
Is it? He wants to see your thong.
That's what I'm saying. But first of which, the fact that you refer to yourself in the third person, and that you want to see a thong that I don't wear.
I mean, we have spent many nights together.
Yes, and I sleep in the buff.
In the buff.
Well, we know Eugene doesn't sleep in the buff, am I right?
No, right? Hey, Eugene, work on them legs, bro. God, let him see the sun a little bit. Jesus. Wow. I can't hear Renee. Renee, speak.
Hello.
Renee?
You can't Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
I saw her laughing, but no sound came out, so I got worried.
Oh.
So yeah, we're here to discuss episode 111, where Eugene breaks down and loses his shit.
11-11.
11-11, sorry. 111. I said 111. My bad. 11-11.
I know what you meant. There's a lot of ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a month in a month that we just had full of
Full
twos,
twos. Yeah.
we got a lot of ones. We also had a lot of Carol, which was nice to have in this episode. And Carol, as you know, she's up to like all her
antics
as usual, which is good because she's providing a lot of intel for this guy Lance, and it's helping out the cause with obviously the king. We hope. We'll see what happens with that. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have any questions or you guys want to talk about anything specifically from the show. Go ahead and throw it in the chat, and we'll pull from it. But I guess we'll start from the top with Eugene waking up and looks like a face of bliss and harmony.
Yeah, let's call for what he is. He got laid.
He got a little some.
He clapped them cheeks.
Oh God. I don't think Eugene's capable of clapping anything besides his hands. Like it's just
And even that, I feel like there's a little bit of room for error.
Can I also real quick? How uncomfortable was anybody else uncomfortable with him being drunk, peeing outside? I just got very awkward feelings.
It being how disheveled he was.
Yeah, like he looked like a greasy, like mechanic who had like a 18-hour day. I don't know, just if he was out there eating out of a pickle jar, it would be much more Eugene. But like or even like maybe he was peeing in a pickle jar. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just it's so super awkward.
It was very unnatural. 100%.
Yeah. Just I mean, yeah. And we get a nice piece of at the end, which we'll get to, but at the end, you see someone who's pretty good at staying a step ahead of themselves with Lance and his whole approach to Eugene and his threat that he made, because a threat coming from Eugene is like someone throwing a wet paper bag at you. It just doesn't work. So
Dave goes, when I was reacting to the episode, they transitioned so quickly I thought he was peeing indoors.
Yeah. I for a hot second, yeah. I don't know. I just it's just hard to. I'll leave it at awkward. It was awkward. But yeah, so we have Stephanie and Eugene. He basically does everything but get on a knee and propose to her after getting a little. It is quite clear that man is inexperienced. Right. And so he offers her a key to the kingdom. He gives her, the key to. Will you take a key to my place? I mean, I get it, Eugene. We've all been 16 once. My mom and dad don't know I made the copy of this key, so don't tell anybody. And then when he looks at her and says, "I love you," like as soon like the pause that took place in between that, like her staring at him, just kind of like, love you too. I was like, yeah. There was definitely an awkward pause there. Yeah, I was like, you're screwed, buddy. Like you're done. It just didn't. And I guess we've all kind of known though. Like, I mean, most of us have known that, and mainly, obviously, most of us known because of Renee saying that this Stephanie isn't the Stephanie. I mean, the actress that
voiced her.
The way that she's her character according to her whatever doesn't line up with the show. So we were just kind of like waiting. We were buying our time for this to happen. So she dips. Yep. She dips on him. I don't know about you guys, but
he got catfished, man.
Yeah, but I don't like
where's even Cammy when you need him? To say, hey, red flags.
I've never. I mean, I'm not sure, but never. But like, I've obviously gone and done like a well-care check on somebody, like hey, whatever, go to their place, knock on their door, whatever. But man, this dude is persistent as oh my god. I'm like, dude, she ain't home. And if she is home, obviously she's not answering the door for you.
You know what? That really wasn't lifelike, because if that was an apartment building and I was the neighbor, I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
I was waiting for that. I legit was waiting for someone to open the door and be like, dude, shut up.
You ever watch Ted 2?
Yeah.
You know when him and Tammy Lynn are yelling at each other and the guy at the window, hey, shut up there. You shut up.
Like, I was waiting for someone to, like, by just rapping on the door. She's panic packing, throwing shit in a bag. And I don't know. I have some. We were talking, like, do you have like a feeling that in her before the Fallout life, she was like maybe CIA or FBI
some kind of
or
investigator,
some kind of investigation person or some kind of, I don't know.
She got a lot of information in very little time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm wondering I can't wait to find out what her profession was, if they tell us.
Yeah.
What her profession was prior.
Yeah.
So, Coming to America. Yeah,
Her name is what? Shira, I think he said.
Shira.
Yeah,
Shira.
which I was like, wow, throwback to He-Man.
Yeah, right.
Shira.
Shira.
And then of course Eugene calls in an actual like a healthcare check on her.
But Pi, that's not true. That wasn't their first date.
No, that wasn't her first date.
Pi said a guy tells you he loves you after the first date and you move out to avoid him. We've all been there.
No, because about another 30 days has passed since the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously Eugene panics, freaks out because, well, it's Eugene, number one, and then, where Princess shows up with the lasagna.
Which, by the way, their duo is amazing. I love them together. It's like a dynamic duo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It's just like, I guess they're like contrasting personalities, and just they don't like, they're so polar opposite,
One is super extrovert and like hyper and like energetic, giddy, and then the other one is just like Eugene. It's just Eugene.
Exactly.
But it's just funny, he opens up the dish of lasagna and he goes, this bowl is empty, and she's like, well, I just always heard that like if you want to get into somebody's house,
You have to let somebody in if they have food.
you have to let somebody in if they have food. And I was just dying. I was like, yeah, that's legit.
I think what I love about Princess is the fact that she hasn't been around that long, right? She's been around for a season and some change, you know what I mean? And like, so I mean, I get that she's been around a long time as far as like the way that the timeline works and everything, but it's kind of cool to see how she's like very quickly become a core member of the group. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And she keeps a freshness in the show. Her who she is as a person and being able to bring that character to life from the comic book, which she does an amazing job of. But yeah, it's just like, exactly. It's just when they do bring in someone who sticks around for a while, you know what I mean? And it does add like a refresh to the show.
Especially because she's not like a carbon copy of somebody else.
Exactly.
It's not like she replaced somebody else and she's kind of like that same personality.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like she's kind of uniquely her own.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, she's great. I love whenever they show her and her interaction and stuff. I mean, it's sad because, she was brought in so late, obviously, because of where the series has gone and the story that they're following, but it would I would have tolerated easily having her introduced a lot sooner, but it is what it is.
Lucy and your mom both say they feel bad for Eugene.
Whatever. You feel bad for him because he got catfished, like, I guess I don't feel bad. I don't like Eugene.
I know you don't.
I don't like him. I've been waiting for this dude to die for years, and no one wants to kill him, or he saves himself with some genius idea. He's
a lovable nerd. I can relate.
I can't. No, I'm just kidding.
Why? Because you're neither lovable nor a nerd?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. You know what? That hurt, Ryan.
Did it?
That hurt.
Okay.
Did anybody else notice that when they panned, real quick, when they panned on, So when you have Carol and Lance in the horse and buggy, and they're conversating, and then they pan to where they're going, they pan over a field of flowers.
Yes.
Those are poppies.
Yeah, but I mean, I just thought it was like really like, you know, Carol.
Look at the flowers.
A whole field of flowers. You know, I was kind of like, ha, you guys are tricky.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, like I just thought it was like really cool. I thought it was like a cool little hint to Carol. You know what I mean? Like
maybe she's gonna have Lance look at the flowers.
yeah, I mean that, or just like, you know,
just
kind of like Carol's on the scene, so flowers. You know, like someone's gonna be looking at the damn flowers. And you know,
Pi had a good point. She goes, I felt bad for Eugene until I saw the conspiracy theory chart he made. That was freaky. That was next level. Let me tell you, that was, you know, the meme of the guy, he's pointing at the.
Well, he's got like, you know, caricatures of everybody up on the damn billboard. You know, Beanie Man, Shadow Head guy, like, you know.
I mean, granted, he was right. There was something hinky.
Yeah, we'll get into the whole break-in that went horribly wrong because, well, it was a Eugene plan. So, I mean, you know.
Someone actually used that image of his board with all the red and all that on there, you know, the line stuff. And they said this is what AMC is going to have to put out to help us all understand all the spin-offs and the connections. I thought that was pretty funny.
Spin-off alert, by the way.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean,
yes, Dave, I saw that he had that waffle cone pinned to the board. I about died. That was hilarious.
Oh, the waffle cone, yeah.
Yes.
Was that the day of the date? Like, I mean, you know, waffle cone date. Like,
what I love about that is that he treated that like that was like the breaking clue in the case.
Right.
You know, like that was gonna crack the whole case wide open.
Crack the case, yeah.
Oh God, he's a mess. And then like Princess's expression when she walks in and she sees it, she's just like, oh, wow.
the way she looks, she's like,
yeah. She's like, this is
like, what did I just walk into?
Yeah.
She was a little afraid she was going to be like a victim or something, maybe.
Right. Like, who's next on the board, Eugene?
I'm surprised she wasn't like, so who's your prime suspect?
Yeah. I just yeah. I don't know. This whole episode with him, it all boils down obviously to the end with Lance. So like, you know, where he gets he gets what he deserves, in my opinion.
Lance or Eugene?
No, Eugene.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, you stick your nose in places that don't belong.
Yeah.
So like, were you heartbroken? Yeah, of course you were heartbroken. You know what I mean? But read the signs, Eugene. And I know maybe you may not have signs to read your whole life, but when you have like a 10-second pause, someone responding to "I love you,"
he misses. He clearly misses certain social cues.
Well,
clearly,
yeah, you know. And then, you know, just being drunk, peeing outside, and everything else. Just it was not Eugene characteristic kind of episode for him.
So Pi, I kind of agree with what you're saying about Eugene sitting there, but not for exactly the same reason. So the fact that Eugene was sitting there like the whole time when they're supposed to have their ice cream date or whatever, I believe that nobody from the Commonwealth would have said something to him. Because if you look, a lot of the people, like outside of their own group or whatever, they don't say things to other people. They don't go out of their way for the most part to talk to other people because they live in fear. They live in fear that at any moment, if you stick your nose in business where it doesn't belong, that you could be knocked down a peg, you could be kicked out, you could be demoted, like the trooper, or whatever the hell his name is. Yeah. And so I think that it was weird that nobody from the main group of people would have went to look for him, or would have seen him. But the fact that nobody from the Commonwealth that wasn't part of the group, I find that to be believable, just because everybody kind of minds their own business. At least that's my take on the Commonwealth.
No. Yeah. But I mean,
sense.
I don't know, man. Like this whole inner government circle thing, you know, and besides the fact of what we learned about Mercer this episode, you know, like he is someone who obviously knows more than most, and it's starting to come out that we're not really sure how nice he plays in the sandbox. You know what I mean? Or how nice he's going to continue playing in the sandbox. You know, basically telling Daryl, like, be careful what you say and who you say it around, you know, because someone is always listening, you know, and it's just, and then he is obviously pissed off when he finds out that someone went and redid his orders or took over his orders, you know, and it's just, I think he's starting to see the writing on the wall more and more, obviously, of what's coming and what's to come. And I don't know. I mean, I'll go out on a limb and say that in the end, it'll be, you know, Mercer and Daryl and everybody else probably against whoever decides to stick with the Commonwealth.
I do think that Mercer is going to be the one who is more likely to fall on one side of the fence over the other.
The new Rick.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, he is someone that he's the only person I'm constantly thinking, where's their true allegiance? Like, you know, where, like, he says certain things, and I'm like, okay, well, it's obviously supporting the Commonwealth. Or he says something else, and I'm like, maybe he doesn't buy he's not drinking the Kool-Aid as much as people think he is, you know? And so he might be a key part in breaking down the Commonwealth.
Yeah, he's too smart. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
He's way too smart to be caught up in the actual politics of it all.
Yeah.
That dude knows exactly what his position is, where he stands, who stands with him, and who doesn't. You know, I mean, for all we know, he could be on the, what did he say? Would that one guy say how many people? 1,000 people or something like that? 100 people? Yeah, so like he could be the leader of that group for all we know right now, of the uprising. We don't know that. So I mean,
and I mean, he would be the best person in the position that he's in.
Yeah, 100%. And he was severely badass in this episode too. I mean, like the shot of him just blood soaked. You know, that was pretty sick.
Yeah, it was.
Lucy says Mercer is warming towards Daryl in a way that he doesn't want to see Daryl get shafted. I mean, shafted may be one thing, but the other, I think he completely understands what and who Daryl is, what Daryl brings to the table, what he can provide. Same thing with Rosita. Like, he knows what they're capable. Like, when you survive for that long in the size of a group that you had and be successful, you're still living, you know, granted, whatever battles or wars you went through, yeah, your shit got torn up, but you're still standing. Like, when you see that resilience in people, like, you know what you have on your side.
Yeah.
So Mercer's too smart for this political bullshit to be caught up into it all.
And he you know, the other episode, he says something about this is the best place I could find, or something like that. So he's obviously been around, or whatever. You know, he's been around at some point. Said this something to Daryl about this is the best place I can find, and he's like, if you play, you know, do it right, it'll be a good place for you too. Right. You know, he doesn't really say I agree with everything and I'm 100% behind this. He's just saying this is a good place to be, you know.
Yeah, it's that's going to be a very interesting part of this whole story moving forward. Is his story in particular. I think it's going to become bigger than, you know, a lot of it. What do we get? Spam?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yep.
Damn, we keep getting spammed. We must be getting popular.
Yeah, right.
What the hell is that person's name?
Good luck.
Yeah, okay. We'll skip on that one.
Pi said something about Mercer
Heads
knows
up.
the darkness.
I was on it within seconds, Lucy. Why don't you come moderate?
What did Pi say?
So Pi said, if Mercer knows the darkness of the system and still follows the rules of the Commonwealth, I have zero respect for him. Well, I don't know that there's a huge darkness of the system. I think it's just the hierarchy. You know what I mean? I don't know what all the darkness would be, but it's these people were the rich and the wealthy and the political, before the fall, and so I think they just feel like they deserve that still, whatever, you know. So I don't know if it's necessarily a big dark thing. And Lance, obviously there's something going on with him, but like with Pamela, I feel like she just feels she's entitled because her dad was, whether he was president or whatever, he was in the White House. So I don't know if that means he was president or whatever, but he was somebody, you know, and so. Yeah,
and another thing with Mercer too, as we were talking in the pre-show, is like his connection with Connie. You know, like there's, and I'm not saying it's like, obviously because him and Princess have obviously there's more of a love connection there.
Yeah, even Karen said that before on Facebook. She said that she loves Princess and Mercer
Yeah,
together.
I mean, well, in comic book wise, that's supposed to happen, which is
Yep.
good. But there's this understanding between those two. Connie can read him like thoroughly.
Yeah.
I think Connie can like really read who he is and like what is going on with him. And you know, I think he has nothing but respect for her. You know, and it shows, you know what I mean? Like you can see it in like body language, you can see it even though Mercer is always a very angry expressioned guy, you know.
He softens up.
There's a certain softness that comes over his face when he communicates with Connie.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure what it is yet, but it's there. You know,
Definitely. Yeah. And he even I don't know, like he didn't get really mad at her for asking the question. He knew they didn't approve, but he just was like, why are you out here fishing for these, you know, why are you out here trying to ask these questions that you know are never going to get answered? Right. But he, you know, he didn't really get angry with her. He just was like, you know, I mean, I think he was more angry of her trying to say that his sister had something to do with, you know, the Tyler Davis situation. And he did, you know, he got angry at that, but when she was asking the other stuff, he just didn't, it wasn't like he was angry with her or anything like that with those things. He was just.
It's now as far as like the whole Carol and Lance situation with what, you know, they have going on. Obviously, Lance has her going out with him everywhere now, kind of like a liaison, I think, position thing. Yeah, like he's using her for what she's able to do, which is great recon. You know, like she's amazing at what she does. But in return, she's hoping that she gets his word out of it to help, you know, out Ezekiel. So, like that whole thing that I don't even know what that guy did down there. He was fishing. I know that Lance was fishing, but like I didn't really know what that outpost really was for. I don't know.
That was they grow the poppies for the.
Is that what it is for growing the poppies? Because I mean, I kind of like lost it in a translation of everything that's going on.
It's like a labor community, basically.
Yeah, because I got more caught up in what I was trying to watch what Carol was doing. You know what I mean? Than like actually listening to storyline or anything. And then, you know, for her to what kind of like you what?
I don't know what your mom meant by that, but
so maybe because I always have an angry face.
Yeah, actually, you might be onto something there.
So like, yeah, you know, she's obviously picked up on what's going on there with that guy stealing their raises and abusing them.
Well, she talked to one of them.
She talked to one of them.
She
and
talked
then,
to a lieutenant. She said,
yeah.
The gal was standing there, and she had her hands kind of together, and I think they focused on her, so I believe she was the one she talked
to. And if you notice at the one point though, when Carol looks back at her, when she's the one woman standing off in a distance, she takes her left hand and crosses it over her right wrist that's bandaged up. And I don't know if that was kind of like a signal, you know what I mean? Like she was, I don't know, but you know.
Well, I think she said she talked to.
Yeah,
I don't know.
She said she talked to the lieutenant, and he's the one who told her that.
Right. So I mean, you know, the fact that, you know, it's nice that he trusts her as much as he does, you know, because obviously he knows that she needs something out of this, so there's no need to lie or make things up.
She's not gonna mess it up.
So like, you know, the fact that like he's basically got. I don't want to say, well, no, nobody has Carol in their back pocket, so
they might think they do.
And I just see, I just keep hoping that this guy Lance keeps his promise, because we all know what'll happen. Like this good now that she knows where like the poppy and the opium and all that stuff is. You know, this guy's gonna end up ODing on a cookie.
You know,
sure.
That's something that I noticed, right? So when they pan over the field of poppy, right? I'm not a pharmacist. I don't know how much poppy.
Hold on. You mother puss bucket?
Yeah.
That That was a Ghostbusters
Yeah,
throwback.
it was like, you mother puss bucket.
But
Okay.
I saw that and I was like, okay, I got the reference, but like, what?
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
But anyways,
Yeah, no, it was completely absurd,
Yeah.
but yes, that setting, yeah.
I'm not a pharmacist. I don't know how much poppy it takes to make painkillers. That's a lot of poppy that they are harvesting for the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Is it all for painkillers?
I mean,
I understand there's a lot of surgeries going on.
Right.
It's a lot of painkillers.
I mean, well, I don't know how much poppy
Yeah.
do you
I don't
need
know.
to process and break down to make one pill?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
How many flowers does that take?
Yeah.
Poppy seeds, I guess.
How many? What's the plant to pill ratio?
Yeah.
I don't
We'll
know.
have to do some Googling.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to research
Yeah.
that.
Plant to
Unless some-
plant poppy
those-
ratio for. Well, no, let's not do that.
Yeah, because
Because
on a watch list.
we'll end up doing that and we'll get flagged, and then someone will be knocking on my door wondering where the opium is that I'm making. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'll throw Rudy at him, and then he'll gnaw their face off. So it'll be great.
Oh, Dave.
What?
Okay,
Dave knows.
I fully believe that Dave did his research.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dave says actually 2 acres only yields 35 pounds per season. It's not that much, but 35 pounds. That's now broken down into pill form. That's a lot of pills. It's a lot of pills. I don't know what milligram you would get out of it, which
And I have to assume that they're rationing the painkillers and not just giving it to everybody just because they have back pain or knee pain, leg pain, whatever. They're using it for surgeries.
you think.
So how many surgeries are they really?
Unless Lance has a side gig,
Like I kind of have to wonder, and that was my first thought too. I'm like, that's a lot of poppy.
Yeah.
Maybe they're making poppy seed bagels.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's the inner New Yorker with a bagel, you know.
Yeah, I don't think so. The I think I don't know, man. I keep going back to Mercer and the line that was crossed with him looking for I keep forgetting the guy's name, but Leroy. What was his name?
Leroy Jenkins.
I keep thinking Leroy. I don't know why. The guy who was a prisoner, and they had in a room.
The trooper.
Or Davis.
Was it
Davis.
Tyler? Leroy, Tyler.
That's not even close.
It's the same thing.
That
You just
is
switch a
not-
couple of letters around, and
A
you got
couple?
the same. Yeah, Leroy. You got Tyler's TYL. Leroy is LE. I don't know. ROY.
You okay?
Nope.
Yeah, drink another one, why don't you?
So yeah, he gets ragingly pissed when he finds out that that guy's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Punches a nice hole in the
Is he
wall.
mad because the guy's gone, or is he just mad because they went against
Especially because like
I
the
guess-
doctor or the nurse or what whoever she was,
Yeah.
when she was like when he was like he doesn't get moved without my authorization, and she goes, well, I guess he does.
Yeah,
I was like, damn.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you didn't have to friggin' slap him in the face that way, but whatever.
Speaking of being slapped in the face, though, Eugene,
We're back to that.
he took a huge slap in the face. Well, if you like, it goes back to like this episode of Eugene being like basically pimp smacked by Lance. Like, sit down, little boy.
You really don't like Eugene, do you?
I know I don't. I'm sorry. I just don't enjoy him anymore.
Renee, what's your take on Eugene? Do you like Eugene?
Sometimes. He does a lot of boneheaded things, but like in this case, he was right. He knew there was something fishy going on, and he studied it. And I understand Chris's issue, but he's smart. Chris won't admit it, but he is smart.
So he's smart because he figured out, but what did he really figure out? He thought Stephanie left to evade the government.
Then, okay, so once he realized, okay, he still thinks she's gone, but he gets there and he sees Lance, and then he goes through that 2-minute monologue where he figured Lance out. He can't prove anything, he can't put anything on Lance, but he knows something's going on. Those 4 people are in and out of that building at the weird hours of the time. Something's going on with those people there, and he figured that out.
And that's where we find out that Stephanie, whose real name is Shira, in the Power of Grayskull. And you know, and like the plumber dude, beanie cap man, and like I'm telling you, they run some kind of like private ops for him or something. Like those four people, because if you look at, you know, his bug out bag, he says that everybody has like a bug out case or a bug out bag when they go into his apartment. You know, Eugene's great idea to sneak in there. Like no one was gonna see them in this housing unit climbing up the back, you know, fire escape. You know, it's just you find that he's got what, guns and knives and cash and whatever else, and you know, Lance is like, well, everybody has one of these types of things. Well, yeah, everybody might have one for a certain purpose or not, but usually the types of people that do have that type of stuff is someone who had a lifestyle of needing something like that, you know. So you know, I think there obviously the bigger picture will come out with that group of people that Lance organizes and runs. It's guaranteed. I mean, it's 100% separate from everything else that goes on with the government, and I don't even think Pam probably even knows about it.
Well, that's what the point I was going to bring up. Is this group, are they actually a sanctioned group?
Well, yeah,
Is it actually an authorized group by the Commonwealth government?
right? Yeah.
Say no, because Pamela, there's something there between.
There's a
Lance
love-hate
and
kind of.
Pamela.
I mean, well, not even a
There's-
love-hate. There's like
yeah.
a hate-hate.
Yeah, it's like she tolerates him, but
Wouldn't it be some shit
That's
if
about it.
Lance was like a bastard son of hers?
No, too old. Way too old.
yeah,
I don't know. Pamela's
Maybe they're-
older, right?
I
I mean, she's older, but I mean, he's got to be.
don't think he could be a son.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A brother, a cousin.
Yeah, maybe.
maybe they're related.
Maybe brother. You know, or adopted brother.
Maybe her
you know,
dad
like
dipped
maybe
his wick in
so.
something.
maybe
Well, that's- yeah.
maybe dad had like bastard child somewhere. Or,
Well, because wasn't her dad a congressman or something?
so maybe he's
Her dad,
adopted.
her uncle was a congressman, but her dad was in the White House.
That's right,
So
yeah.
whether it was
So
president
maybe
or
it's
whatever.
uncle's kid. Uncle's son.
Yeah, they could be like a cousin kind of
Yeah.
thing, and
Yeah.
There's
yeah,
definitely something there, though.
There's a tug
Yeah,
of war
for
for
sure.
sure. Tug of war going on between, and you know, that's another thing. Like, you know, these two are going to be on separate ends of the stage at when this all goes down too. You know, so it's I don't know.
So, who do you think gave Connie and Kelly the list of names?
Wait, what happened?
Who do you think gave Connie and Kelly that list of names? Who do you think the names are?
I don't know. And then the flashing light, you know, like how are they able to signal her in her apartment with her own lamp? Like there's you didn't notice that, like when the note goes under the door, the lamp on the nightstand flashes twice before the note goes under to catch her attention.
No, I totally missed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I missed it too
No,
until you just said it, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. So the lamp on her nightstand by the door will flash. It flashes twice, and then the note goes shoop under the door. And that list of names is obviously everybody who's on the other side of the fence. You think Mercer?
I'm wondering if they are other troopers that have come up either missing or they can't figure out where they're at.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. They could be on the resistance as well, but I'm thinking this, you know, and then I'm wondering if Mercer.
I think
gave
Mercer
it to
did
him.
it too.
That's what Dave said it. Lucy said it. Pi
Dave-
said it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that's what I was talking about, the connection that these two have, and that soft spot. What?
Wow.
What?
Dave said it's a doorbell for the deaf or hard of hearing, where it's a flashing light.
Okay, so yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they could be the resistance, but I was just like, are these other troopers that have gone missing or something?
I think it's either a list of people who are on the uprising, or a list of, like, you know, like troopers included and everything else. But I definitely think it's like the other side of the fence of the people that are against everything that's going on, for sure. Sorry, I just got some outstanding news.
I saw that.
Sorry. So yeah, it's I think Mercer is going to play a big part in this, obviously, with the tides turning, and giving someone like Connie the ammunition to have a list like that. It gives him an ally,
especially with Connie, and if it is Mercer, which I think
Yeah.
that's probably the most likely suspect, to give it to Connie, who is a reporter, that's huge.
Investigative
Yeah.
reporter. I mean, if she took down somebody that was in Congress, this woman knows how to do her
Yeah,
job.
and anybody that, and I'm sure people in the area know her name because even Carol alluded to that.
Yeah, Carol knew who she was.
And she
yeah,
goes, "Oh, that was
shit.
you."
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yep. It,
Yeah.
real quick, because I saw in the chat earlier, and I didn't get the same. But Zay, when's your birthday? You said your birthday's coming, because I think Zay lives in New York.
she lives in Jersey.
Jersey?
Yeah, right across New York City. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, when's your birthday? Let us know. And yeah, maybe we can make a trip, a little birthday celebration
We've driven to Jersey a couple times
with
for
one of
ourselves.
our peeps. Pi says Connie knows that no matter what she reports, it won't be printed. So I don't know if she plans to tell. Yeah, I mean, any of the stuff that I think she's getting intel wise, I don't think she would leak no matter what. She thinks that she knows she's going on these, they sent her off on a propaganda, story there.
Yeah, she's not stupid.
So it's no, definitely not stupid. Where I don't see Linda here tonight. Has anybody seen? Is Linda here? I was waiting to see if Linda, because Linda, I promised Linda I would do the Eugene cry face.
Yeah.
But I don't see her. I think Linda's not here tonight. She missed the podcast. That's very rare for Linda.
Yeah, very rare.
She's usually got a ton of questions and a ton of things to talk about. Oh, Linda is asleep.
Lucy, who is Lunda?
Huh?
Lucy wrote Lunda.
Lunda? Lunda.
Who is Lunda?
Oh, Linda.
Well, yeah, you should still do the Eugene cry face because then Pi can gif it and send it to Linda.
I'll give him this. I will give him, as far as the acting for this, having to play this part of a manic, distressed person who's like at his wit's end, trying to figure out whatever, and then finding out everything that he thought was true is a lie, and all this other shit. Pretty good piece of acting, the distress and everything like that. He did everything besides like smack his own face or like headbutt the wall or something. But Lance did him dirty. He was like, go ahead. It's like, tell everybody.
Lance is a cold, calloused motherfucker.
He really, but here's another person where like he kind of reminds me of Carol, where you think you have him, but then he's this many steps ahead of you.
Even your mom said, "Do it for all of us."
So like he's no.
How do you deny the woman who gave you life?
All right. I'm talking about the show right now. Okay.
Give the people what they want.
I am. I'm talking about Eugene and his little pissy pant face.
No, they are asking for the Eugene cry face.
And then Lance pretty much pimp smacks him with his pimp hand and says, "Sit down, little boy."
Straight mollywop.
Straight mollywop. And he says, "Go ahead, tell whoever you want to tell, whatever." He goes, "Don't forget you signed a piece of paper that said that you were basically a little bitch boy."
They straight up, as we would say in New York in healthcare, they straight up MHL'd his ass.
Yeah. They gave him the 941 mental health hygiene law.
Oh my god. He was like, "Yeah, remember that little piece of paper you signed that said that you were having paranoid delusions?" Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, Linda's got a stomach flu. Damn.
Oh, yeah. I just read that. Oh, that's too
Tiffy,
bad.
tell her we all said we hope she gets better, please.
And we miss her.
And we do miss her.
And Chris is going to do the Eugene cry face.
I am.
Yeah.
Why don't you do it?
Come on, dance, puppy, dance. Dance, monkey, dance.
I'll do it when
Yes, we love that Chris's mom is here and very involved, and we so appreciate her.
Yeah, we do. It's nice to have,
And thank you, Lucy, because I know Lucy was a huge part of helping her
Lucy.
get set up with YouTube.
Lucy was a huge part of getting her the actual chat version down. Josh McDermott, what an actor! Yeah. For this,
Did that hurt you to say that?
kind of.
Yeah, I was gonna say he were very reluctant.
Yeah. No,
It looked like it physically pained you.
Josh McDermott as a person is amazing, and look, the fact that he does do such a good job of being a little piss pant, weakling, and makes me dislike him so much is he does a good job.
Just like Xander Berkeley and Gregory. I despise.
Oh no, I loved Gregory.
I despise Gregory. I could not stand him. But I truly, truly love the human being that is Xander Berkeley.
Yeah. I loved him. You gotta love it. Like you loved loving him because you had to hate him. But I mean, he did do an amazing job as Gregory. So I don't know. It just the episode as a whole, pretty good. Didn't really have much that I mean, there wasn't much to really go really piss you off, I guess, or to grind your guts kind of thing. I don't know. Did you have any grind your guts?
I was gonna say, Ryan, do you have any gut grinding?
I mean, besides him being a little piss face.
There we
I got it.
I gotta
Grab
think,
that pie.
that was good. That was great.
It was great.
It's all in the timing, you gotta deliver at the right time.
You gotta get us.
He's sitting there, burning pictures in a pot in a back alley,
burning his little black book.
Yeah, his
whole novel.
Yeah, and then hold on, we get the real introduction
of
the real Stephanie, who ends up being Mercer's sister.
His name is Max.
His name is Max, and look, in my opinion, Eugene, you should not be sad anymore. You've done leveled up.
And we're right? That was the same woman that was the secretary for the governor, right?
Absolutely. That's the real Stephanie from the radio.
She's the Stephanie from the radio. Her name is Max, and she's the assistant to the governor.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So she's all,
Yeah, because she says something to him.
She says Tater Bug. It's whatever her nickname was, Weevil or whatever it was.
Petunia Lips or whatever the fuck it is. I have no idea, but hey, it's me. I'm Princess Buttercup.
Pie asked why she said Stephanie if it was really Max. Well, because she was scared because they were listening.
Yeah.
Or she was probably afraid that they would be listening, to any of that. And if they got her name, then they would know who it was.
Yeah.
I think that I think that she chose the name Stephanie. Just similar to people, like sometimes people do behind social media and things like that, is that they're trying to conceal their true identity because they don't want to give all that information out right away. You know what I mean?
She was very reluctant to even tell him where the community was at first.
Yeah.
Well, because honestly, and if Eugene had found the community like he did, well, I was talking with Stephanie. She could get, if he had said, I'm talking to Max, and she's, the assistant to the governor, that gets her in huge trouble, potentially.
Yeah.
So I think she was just kind of dancing between the raindrops, trying to be very, very careful about it, very calculated about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, especially with the Commonwealth, if she is, she works within the government, she understands, what the consequences could be if she was found out.
If anything, I think that what we're going to see is Stephanie is going to be Max is going to be a huge turning point against the Commonwealth because she's so close to the governor. She probably has seen a lot more than the governor thinks she has. And that was kind of almost indicated when we first met her, and just the way that she was acting and the way she was looking and kind of how she was asking questions of them and like kind of get more information out of them. You could tell she's smart. Like she was asking the right questions when she first met them. Mm-hmm. And I think that she is actually at some point going to link up with Connie and going to start giving her more information to add on to what Mercer gave her.
Yeah. I don't know, like looking ahead to next week, as far as like the little clip they give you, Pam makes her way to Alexandria, it looks like.
Oceanside. I think it says, I think the synopsis, I think she goes to Alexandria Oceanside and
Oh, she visits
Hilltop.
all three.
I think that's what the one
Yeah,
synopsis
because
I
they
read
show
said
her.
that.
Oceanside still a thing?
I guess, man. I don't know. They haven't.
Research on this because Luke's just gone. Where did he go? So evidently, when all the Whisperer War was done, a group of them, Luke included, went, and some others all went to Oceanside to start repairing that. Is what the story is. We haven't seen them, but that's the
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, I thought it was just a thing of the past myself, but
Yeah, 'cause I was trying to figure out why we haven't seen Luke.
yeah.
Lucy. The normal everyday name would be Bend Over.
Pi says that Stephanie's done online dating before. She knows what to do. And like, here's the thing. So now Eugene's meeting the real Stephanie. Okay. Where's his mind now? Does he think he's being played again? Does he does he think he's being played all over again? Like the mind games that he must, like, think about it. You just had this happen, and then another woman appears and says who she is, gives her a code name. I think Dave said it's like Blue Weevil, and Blue Weevil, and then introduces herself like mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Is he what kind of mind games are these people trying to play with me? Like, does he just like shut down? What do you do there? Do you shut down this completely and be like, you know what, fuck it, I don't care who you are? Make me trust you, kind of thing. So that'll be interesting to see, as far as that goes.
So, Pi, I don't think that Max wanted Eugene to get hurt that way. I honestly think that she was threatened. I think the more likely scenario is that they found out that she was talking to somebody from this potentially large community, and they threatened her life, maybe people she cares about, family potentially, and said, if you don't go along with this, we'll kill you. And I really do believe the Commonwealth is not above that. Not below that.
They have to know something because, somehow they found out because they sent the troops to capture them. They knew the rendezvous point, so they were, they went there to capture them. They planted this fake Stephanie. So yeah, there's somehow, and they could have threatened her brother. I mean, I don't know how close they are or anything, but if they, somehow threatened Mercer, then she maybe just gave it all up so that, they wouldn't. So.
Yeah.
I mean, she could have got caught on the radio when she was talking to Eugene. Before she went radio silent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And then here you go. You implant fake Stephanie, who works for Lance, who is part of this subdivision thing, like that we have going on. Mm-hmm. So, and what information is Max giving Mercer that's making Mercer see so much more than maybe, he normally would, I don't know. I'm imagining and I'm hoping, obviously, it gets much more interesting. It should, since we're coming to the end. The storyline should start really boiling down soon.
I mean, we have 5 episodes left of this part,
right? Yeah. 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, we should have 5 left.
16. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, in the one cutscene they have where they're going to wherever they're going next week, Pam, what she's saying basically in that cutscene is, I'm not convinced we need to stretch our resources like this, meaning helping out all the other communities, Alexandria probably being one of them, and Hilltop, and I guess Oceanside too, which didn't.
I feel like, whatever Lance is cooking, it's got some kind of personal gain to him. Why would you want these communities? There's got to be some angle he's playing. But obviously from that comment, she is not convinced they should waste Commonwealth anything on them.
I mean, she meets with oh God, Aaron. She meets with Aaron, so they show her talking to Aaron. So, I mean, she has some kind of meeting with Aaron. So, yeah, I don't know. It should be interesting to see what happens next week.
Yeah.
I know some of you already know. Obviously, I haven't gone ahead to see what's going on yet. I know, Renee, I think you've watched forward, right, to the next episode.
Yeah, so, yeah, some of it. Mm-hmm.
I agree, Lucy. I think that that Pam and Lance, I think they're brother and sister. I think that's the most likely scenario.
Something there, yeah, for sure. I agree.
Yeah, so I'm trying to read out. Did we miss anything? Lucy says, so why would Max leave it until now to tell him everything? I'm assuming the stakes are still high for her.
I think she hit her boiling point.
Yeah.
Oh, and she probably found out that the other gal's gone
Right.
now. You know, I'm sure that has been spread around, you know, especially within, you know, where she works and things.
Yeah. Pi says she's still giving. Hold on, I missed it. She's still giving Eugene suspicious side eye. I think that's what she said. What's going on here? There it is. Still giving Eugene suspicious side eye on not recognizing the voice of the woman he was talked to for weeks.
Radio. It's.
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna go.
But he didn't talk to her until right when she told him that information. I guess I'm
I
confused
mean,
by
like
what
all the
she's saying,
conversations that he had with her
over the
radio, and then when he met her, not
No, but
you know.
But he didn't talk to her until then. He didn't ever talk to Max until
No,
she
I
said
think
that
what Pi
to
is
him.
saying that because Eugene spent all those weeks talking to Max on the radio, and then to have met Stephanie or Shira.
I see. Oh, not okay.
Why
Not
didn't
tell
you
that
put
that
two
was a
and two
different.
together with the voice comparison?
Yeah, and I mean,
You know what? And I'm just gonna say this: any guy, you dangle a beautiful woman in front of him, and you say, you know, this is who it is. Very hard
Okay.
to kind of, you know what I mean?
Especially for you.
yeah, and then we're listen. Also, we're talking about Eugene. For as smart as he is, he's really fucking dumb. I mean, he's smart in one area. He is an intellectual genius in one area, and the rest
What area is that?
being technically savvy. You know, like he's good with that shit. Make a radio or a transmitter or you know, fucking bullets, whatever.
Stream a podcast. I don't know.
He can. Oh my god! Yeah, I'm sure Eugene could stream a podcast, no problem. Probably without fucking it up too. But woo!
I'm gonna set up a scene. That's
Oh,
it's.
no.
Woo!
I'm just gonna set up a scene that just the technical difficulties, and I'm just gonna switch to that next time. I take offense to that, sir.
Come on. You literally opened the door and left it wide open. You didn't even close it a little bit. Renee saw that coming. Just saying. Just saying. Let me see. I mentioned season 10. I think they're only podcast radio. Strips a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I don't know, on a recording of your voice and things, it does sound different. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. It is what it is. Look, you know, we're here to just speculate like we do. Have fun with it. But yeah, of course, you know, I guess that's what grinds Pi's guts.
Yeah.
You okay
Yeah.
over there,
Why'd your voice just...
pal?
You have puberty with them?
I was a little dry from this booze. So yeah, so we'll find out what happens. I do want to mention the new spin-off that's coming.
Yes.
Spin-off featuring Maggie and Negan
So Nagy or Megan?
or Megan,
Megan.
and they're on an island together. Huh.
In the Northeast.
Gee.
It still doesn't prove your point, though. It still
Huh.
doesn't.
It
prove
doesn't.
It. So we'll
Wait.
It takes
So
place in New York City. That's
it
all I have
doesn't-
to know.
it doesn't prove.
And it puts JDM strategically closer to home.
But no.
No. He's talking about.
I'm
the
talking
baby.
about
Oh,
love.
I thought you meant like the location.
I'm talking about love.
No. I understand all that. No, he's talking about his comment. However
I'm
long
talking
ago,
about
that
it
they're
getting
gonna hook
real spinal around here.
So Renee, what are they doing? Toasted marshmallows?
Pound Mary, Pound Maggie. We pound Maggie. Yeah, look, I don't know. I think if you take those two and you stick them together for long enough, there's gonna be a little bit of friction.
know.
Negy?
No, I like Meggie better.
They're doing Negggie is what
Neggy?
I've been seeing on Twitter.
Neggie? I don't like Neggie.
Well, because you used the first letters of his name and the
Yeah,
last of
Meggie.
hers. I mean, that's what it would
I
be.
think Megan's better. It sounds mean.
Megan
Megan.
or Nagy?
Megan.
Like Nagy? Like Nag?
Like I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Megan? What?
Megan?
Megan?
Like Megan.
Lincoln Tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah, they had
Yeah,
that
a
in the
little
thing.
sign.
Yeah. So yeah, hate bang. Exactly, man. I'm telling you, look. I said this shit last season. I'm telling you. I know I have feeling in my...
Do you see anybody arguing here?
Well, no, nobody's arguing. But...
I mean, Renee's arguing about the baby thing a little bit.
Well, okay. So look, there might not be... I did say that there could be a baby. I did say that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But obviously, if there was a baby on scene, that would also have to mean that other things took place for a baby to happen, which still technically makes me correct.
Looks like Herschel's about to have stepdaddy Negan.
Ooh,
Stepdaddy
God.
Negan.
Herschel be rolling in his grave.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
Yeah, he'd spill all the sauce for the pasta, for the spaghettis. I don't know. I got my. Right now, things are looking good for Chris. Is all I'm saying. Things are looking real good.
All I know is we will not be able to live with him if it does happen.
His ego barely fits in this room as it is.
Oh God. I just like calling a good shot every now and then.
You know, 1 week I think I'm gonna let you set up the podcast.
Could you?
See how it goes.
I mean, I'd have to learn.
Yeah, obviously.
Which means I need to be taught by somebody.
It's not like you could be watching me every single week that I do this.
I watch, and all I really see is your hand clicking on shit all over the computer. I have no idea what you're clicking on.
And somehow I put it all together.
Yeah.
I'm like the Gordon Ramsay of podcasts.
Some good stuff in the chat. Pi said the biggest spinoff is Glenn spinning in his grave.
Oh.
Then Lucy
Sorry.
says, and then
get that
if by
before the dog
magic
gets it.
Batman is created.
Yeah, So wait, Lucy did said, and that was if Magic Batman is created.
They were his
Yeah,
parents,
exactly in the
so.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Batman vs Superman, right?
You never know. If they do happen to film this in New York, though, somehow or another, I don't know. I'm not saying they are, but if it were to happen, that'd be really freaking cool. Because you're talking like
Yeah, and it's cool too because Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Laura Kane, is it, how do you say her last name? Is it Kane?
Who?
Laura Maggie's
Cohen?
last
Oh,
name,
Cohen.
the real lady.
Cohen.
Cohen. Yeah, my brain couldn't think of it. Anyway, they're going to executive produce the series as well, which is
Wow,
pretty
okay.
cool.
That is pretty cool.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it has anything to do with being filmed in New York, then definitely.
Yeah, and yeah, they very well may. And then I did read because everybody's then asking about the Carol and Daryl spinoff because they're like, what, we haven't heard a title or anything for that. But they couple of the things they've definitely said that they are they're still working on that for 2023 as well. So yeah.
So yeah,
Interesting.
things are going to be interesting. Very, very interesting.
I just realized
What?
if you put Carol and Daryl together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their ship name is literally Carol or Daryl.
You just realized that?
I kind of like thought it before, but like this is the first time it's kind of like flushed. It's like reared its ugly head in my face.
It's the same thing no matter which way you flip it.
That's what I'm saying.
Welcome back, Ryan.
Like this is
Welcome back.
What it would look like.
Yeah. We're very aware.
I'm still like mind blown by this.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Daryl would be a little different, but you could put a Y in there.
Daryl looks like the roll.
Yeah, you could put a Y in there. Day roll.
They roll.
Day roll. So Timmy says, I guess I don't know why they just don't keep the show with them in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're literally gonna have every character have their own show, I mean, at that point, just keep the
Yeah,
show
why
alive.
not?
I don't know, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I get it from a perspective of like it kind of expands the universe, especially if like if you have
Tails.
yeah, well, exactly, and you have like them go to different cities and stuff like that, and it also has the potential to open up stories of like what we saw at the end of World Beyond, right?
Mm-hmm.
You if you continue the universe, you could expand upon that.
Right. Right. Yeah, and I mean, look, we don't know how this is going to end and who's going to be left at the end. Obviously, we know those 4 people will be around right now.
There.
So, you know, look, it could be that those are the only 4 people maybe left at the end. You know, amongst the little, you know, the tales of The Walking Dead, where people who are dead come back for that series, you know, that episode or whatever. So, you know, maybe at the end, this is how they split up and go about their own way. You know, maybe
I do hope that when they do these spin-offs though, that they make them a limited series like they did with World Beyond. Like they sit there and they say from the beginning, okay, it's gonna be 1 season, it's gonna be 2 seasons,
right.
Instead of trying to stretch 12 seasons out of Carol and Daryl or Maggie, you know, Maggie and Negan. You know, I that would piss me off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We get old quick is my problem.
Yeah, and you know,
And they've even said, like, I know for sure that Daryl and obviously Maggie and Negan, that's gonna be very different being set in the woods as opposed, you know, into a city. But even the or Norman Reedus had said that the Daryl and Carol will look nothing like The Walking Dead. Whatever. I mean, he's not, you know, that's all he said. So it'll be interesting to see how theirs is developed then.
yeah, it's it would need to look different. I think if you kept it the same,
Yeah. It'd just be like, yeah, like why didn't you just continue on the same thing?
Exactly.
So.
Hi Steph, what's up? You're probably working, so thanks for popping in and saying what's up. Sorry that you're always working and this is going on while you're working. But maybe you'll have off on a Monday one night or 1 week, whatever. But thanks for popping in and saying what's up. Yes, Zay. Obviously, we're winding down.
Night Tiffy.
Night, Tiffy. Thanks for anybody. I think Lucy said goodnight too. Night, Luce.
Good night.
Can Chris's mom be all of our mom? You know what, Pi? That would probably make her really happy. So yeah, she'll just give her your address and you'll get Christmas cookies. That's all you really have to do. So yeah. But what was I going to say? So yeah, you know, we'll be here next week. We'll discuss everything. We haven't heard back from a few. We haven't heard back yet from a few people.
Have not.
Yeah, we're looking to get that situated. Hopefully in another couple of weeks. As far as the shirts go, we'll post information on the shirts. April.
I'm hoping, yeah.
All right, it's gonna be a couple of weeks before we can post anything about the shirts. But yeah, once we get the shirts ironed out, we'll post all the
Yeah.
we'll post all the ordering information for you guys to check out, and then you can do what you gotta do. Sorry, man, it just came out that way.
That joke really folded over on itself.
Oh, you tried too hard for that.
No, that was good. That was good. I like that
You
one.
tried too hard.
No, because it felt.
You're running out of inventory.
That's it. Next week you're doing the podcast yourself, and I'll sit back and just be like,
well, then we'll just be looking at a blank screen, and Renee will be on
Beverage.
Skype. I can call Renee. I know how to open up all these things, and we can call Renee. As soon as we get to that, I know there's a stream key somewhere I need to copy and paste and put somewhere. At least I know that.
you don't even know where the fuck it goes.
It doesn't matter. At least I know to do it.
Oh, wow.
That's right, buddy. So yeah, we'll be back Monday probably.
Hey, buddy. Hey.
We'll be back. I'll be back.
I'm doing what Eugene should have done and protect his nuts.
Yeah, exactly. Protect your nuts. Pookie brings in the tech. Yes, he does. He does. Other than that, I think that's all we got.
Yeah.
That's all we got, kids.
Renee, you got anything else?
I
Go see Batman. Renee says it's amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
Just want to say that I said it from the beginning. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. Everybody's like, no, Robert Pattinson, you're too Twilight.
Well, when you picture him being like a little, what was he, a vampire?
No. They tried to Hayden Christensen him, okay?
Whatever.
They tried to Hayden Christensen Robert Pattinson, okay?
I don't even know what that means.
Hayden Christensen played Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 2 and 3.
Okay.
And his acting career is essentially over after Star Wars because of the terrible writing in the prequel movies.
Right.
And people blamed him, even though he did a phenomenal job.
Mm-hmm. Pi said, I've seen the trailer. I'm not giving it a chance.
It was really good. I'm telling you.
Harsh words from Pi. Maybe Pi's just not a Batman person, you know? Spooky is Ryan and Muffin is Christopher? What?
It's all right, Muffin.
Where did this come from? Zay, remember when I said that we were going to try to come and see you for your birthday down in Jersey? That can go right out the window now, Zay. That ain't happening. Muffin? Holy
phenomenal
crap. I have many nicknames. Muffin isn't one of them.
It is now.
Oh, God. Oh, Renee is sweet Cinnabon.
I like that. I'll take
All right. I like it.
I you know what? I'm here for it.
Yeah. I'll take it. Whatever. I bet you I'm a very moist muffin.
What I'm interested about, though,
sure.
Shut up. What I'm interested about is the fact that Renee is Cinnabon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet Cinnabon.
Sweet Cinnabon.
Chris is Muffin. So those are all like desserts, like sweets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fuck is Pookie? I mean, I understand it's my name, my nickname, but
You're
like,
Pookie.
what the fuck is a Pookie?
You.
Yeah. Aside from me, what the fuck is a Pookie?
There's only one Pookie.
I don't. I've heard that
You
before.
are the Pookie. So, what is a Pookie? Ta-da!
Because I'm just so damn sweet.
Yeah. You're Pookie-licious. You're Pook-adorable.
Speaking of Renee,
Pookalicious?
Renee, what did you recently find?
Oh, you guys, I already have to.
Damn.
Oh.
I will
Yeah,
dig it out.
we'll have to have
Renee-
we'll have to have a special guest star next week.
Renee found the traveling Pookie.
The traveling Pookie.
If you guys, so you have to be old, not that old school, but pretty back
3
there.
years or so.
3 years?
Yeah,
Which show is that? Was that
it was camp, wasn't it?
the first camp?
No, I think it was the one at Merrimack.
Okay. So that was a traveling
That was-
Pookie, though. Yeah, where we brought the doll.
Yeah.
We brought the doll. We had Pookie's face glued to it. And he had on a nice short sleeve flannel.
Yeah. I think I won it.
Yeah, you won it. Because then after the event, we raffled it off.
Man,
It was on a trivia night. No, it was a trivia
Yeah.
night. You guys were doing trivia on the podcast, and I won it. You mailed it to me, and then I had him travel with us.
Oh, okay,
to
that's what it
the
was.
Cape.
isn't that crazy how the universe works out? That you are the one person who got the mini Pookie.
The mini Pookie doll.
They're saying they remember it. But anyways, guys, so as I'm packing up my house, I found it and I texted it to the guys, and so it still has the Pookie face on it. And
So Tiffany says,
I even had
yeah, that was the camp Pi and I partied online together.
okay.
So yeah, that was the very first camp then. That's the one we had outside, outdoors.
Well, Merrimack would have been the first camp because the other one was called.
Yeah,
something else, right?
Camp Merrimack, right. The very first one, yeah. Because I believe I had
Well,
Pookie.
Dead Bash was the first
Oh,
thing.
well, yeah.
The Dead
yeah.
Bash, and then we
Right.
moved. Yeah. Okay, that's.
I always forget about that.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's just so used to being at the camp now, you know.
Renee will have to bring him in May so that we can
Yes,
have him on stage
yes,
with us
you
at
will
the
be-
camp.
Yeah, again, well, I even he has a red Solo cup, and he has a birthday party hat, and he has I made little things for him.
Aw.
Because I actually had a Twitter account with him on there, but I have no idea what the login is for it.
That's
You
funny.
did make a Twitter
She did.
account. Oh my god.
Because I would edit pictures of him with Barbie dolls
Yeah.
and things.
Oh
don't even
no, we
remember.
need to resurrect that once you guys get
Yeah,
down
I'll
to
have
where
do
you're
some
going.
searching.
Once the move is
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be funny.
Pookie's Adventures.
Yeah. Pookie's Adventures.
Oh, there he is. Look at it. Oh yeah, because that doll, the doll he's sitting with is little Renee. That is from the Creepy and Cute Gals. Josh had that custom made for me, so she's like a little doll of me. So they were buddies.
Yeah. This was back in 2019.
29, okay, yeah.
May of 2019.
Pi says that she planned on making her own Pookie and Chris dolls, but I didn't have the time. Maybe I can resurrect the project. That's a little weird.
Renee posted that when her and Josh and I think Joy you guys were going to the camp.
Is that that's with you, right? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I buckled him
The solo
right in there,
cup.
man. He sat there the whole way.
And
This past year, I know you guys didn't go, but this year our passenger was Michael Myers.
Oh, okay.
that's pretty cool.
I made a Michael Myers to put on for balcony decorating because Tyler Maine was going to be there and he played Michael Myers in Rob Zombie's movies. So I made this and I told Josh, I said, wouldn't it be hilarious to have him in the car? And so we made him and buckled him in the car and he was looking out the window and so people could see him in the back seat.
Zay, I haven't watched 12 yet. Renee's watched 12. Have you watched 12? No. So Ryan and I have not watched 12 yet. But Renee has. So, yeah. So, yeah, we'll be here to talk about 12 next week.
Yep.
And take it from there.
Same time, same place.
Same time, same place. We'll be here. 7 o'clock. Monday. Moon Day.
Sure.
All right, then.
On that note.
Pi says I'm watching 12 right after this. I got to know. All right, yeah. I might do it too. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here as usual. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We appreciate all the banter and the love. Everybody, please be safe. And we'll see you guys next week. Love you. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Renee.
Bye.
Hey, Renee, Chris, and Ryan going live. Best podcast, Beauty and the Beast. Sit back and catch a vibe. Oh yeah, we talking zombies and apocalypses and all those things you like. Going beast mode, and if you didn't know, it's Peter Z up on the mic. Hey, TWD family, grab the snacks about the pantry and subscribe and like if you can, please. Or those walkers eat you like some candy. Hey, okay. You at the right place at the right time. No one does it better, that's the bottom line. Beauty and the Beast, this is prime time. Let's go.